So today we'll be discussing about why our property market is so strong, despite the implementation of so many cooling measures, and yet prices are only continuing to increase. Okay, to begin with, many of us misunderstand the purpose of these cooling measures. It is not meant to regulate our prices, but rather the measures aim to keep our price growth sustainable in a stable manner and protect our overall interest in the housing market. So let's take a look at some characteristics of Singapore housing market, which is very commonly compared to those of Hong Kong's. We both have very limited land and a strong regional hub presence. But the main difference between us and Hong Kong is the perceived political stability that is brought about by our government. Having a safe and stable environment ensures a business-friendly country for companies to operate in. This has attracted many foreign businesses and investors to move both their operations and assets into Singapore. As a result, Singapore is now a very strong economic hub for financial activities within the Southeast Asia region. We have many businesses that have now chosen to relocate or establish their headquarters in Singapore. Furthermore, our location is geographically favourable as we are protected from natural disasters by our neighbouring countries. The only thing is that Singapore's weather is really damn hot, really cannot make it. So with these conditions, it is only natural that foreigners want to invest in our housing market, right? Parking their money in our properties here ensure them stable growth and appreciation. Furthermore, our currency is also very strong and tends to appreciate better against many countries, making it an even better investment for them. And yet, with the change in ABSD that has increased to 30% for foreigners, the proportion of foreign buyers have most definitely dropped. I mean, of course, right, now foreigners, if they were to buy a $10 million property, they will have to pay $3 million extra. Of course, they are going to think twice, right, unless you are some super wealthy Chinese who don't even blink an eye at this 30% and claim it's an entry fee to Singapore's housing market. So if foreigners are not the cause of our booming property market, what is? It's us Singaporeans. Although we can come up with various reasons and factors for our growing prices, it still boils down to two fundamental factors, which is the supply and demand of our housing market. I mean, come on, we have 90% home ownership rate in Singapore. This overwhelming demand, coupled with the obviously very limited supply of Singapore's housing market, only serves to boost prices up even further. And this demand will only continue to grow because investors know that Singapore's property market is very stable. We have many rules and regulations in place to ensure that buyers do not over-leverage and only buy within their affordability. This ensures that Singapore's housing market will not become a bubble in the future. So while the recent cooling measures aim to regulate prices in the short term, it is my personal belief that prices will only continue to appreciate further in the long run. I hope this video gave you some outlook of our housing market. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.